Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here, grateful recovering alcoholic and addict, just like every day. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe, leave the video a like, drop me a comment, and please, by all means, share it with anybody you think might get something out of it. And that, how we all doing, guys? Yeah, day two of beating myself up. My God, what a long, hard day. I was back at the same job that I was at yesterday. It's a complete kitchen remodel. Yesterday and today, I did all the demolition. We ended up ripping up further flooring today. Made some plumbing upgrades. Started getting rid of some other furniture for the customer. She was going to donate some stuff, but Salvation Army wouldn't take it. She was too big. So again, by myself because no help. Moving all this stuff. Again, I'm not complaining. It was another really long, hard day. Even the customer was mocking by the end of the day. She called my friend Doug. He's like, Jesus Christ, I've never seen anybody work like this kid, and I like that, guys. Further, again, I'm not in there pissing and moaning. Like, guys, your attitude gets you everything. Like, I'm in there laughing, joking, making the most of it. Yeah, it's a hard day. I showed up for it. Like, I signed on for it. It was nothing I couldn't handle. I'm getting older, so on the ride home, by the time I get out of my truck, I'm like, whoa, really stiff till I start moving again. To be expected. I woke up this morning feeling fine. I'll wake up tomorrow feeling fine. I'm going back there to do some more work. That's life, guys. But you know what? I'm able to sit in a state of gratitude and understand that, like, yeah, my business that I chose, and there's gonna be hard days. My spring season is back into full effect. And it's a lot more physical work than I did all winter, so it's going to take me a couple weeks of getting back into the swing before I'm fully up to speed and not dragging ass and hurting. But it's all good, man. I had a great day. Customer asked me if I was willing to take on a deck rebuild. She's got a ginormous deck on the back of her house that needs a lot of work. I mean, we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars. And she's like, listen, she's like, I want you to do it if you're willing to do it as soon as you're ready. And I told her I could do it next week. Guys, life is good today, man. Like, yeah, I beat myself up. I work hard, but I'm proud of myself. I stuck it out all day. Literally, guys, today was a long day. I just got in from work. I got there it's 7:15 this morning. I worked there till 5:30 at night, nonstop. Didn't even take a lunch break because I had to go get my eye doctor appointment. That's the other thing I want to talk about today, guys. As I talked about last week, I made a preemptive eye doctor appointment because I'm going to be going to the registry next month, and in the past I've needed glasses to drive, and I didn't want to get caught short. I know what my eye prescription was 5 years ago, and as I've been talking about, God has been restoring me in the most miraculous of ways, and lo and behold, when I was telling the doctor today that we got it on the topic of recovery because I told her about, she asked me what medications I was on. I told her I was on Sublocade, but coming off of it, and let her know I'm addict in recovery. And first of all, when we finished the eye test, she said, "Yeah, you do not need glasses to drive. You will pass the registry eye test flying colors, like not even barely." She's like, "Your eyes are not bad." And so, what's my prescription? My prescription is -1. Like, really? Like, my prescription was always negative 1.5. She goes, well, your eyes have regenerated. Guys, I'm aging backwards. I'm 53. I'll be 53 this Sunday. Most people go down, not up. Like, one more spot where God's just showing me the power of being faithful and doing good things and praying and trying to live a healthier life. He's restoring my body in ways that just aren't normal, and that felt really good. I walked out of that eye doctor today just knowing I'm aligned and knowing I'm connected with my higher power. Guys, like, I have no other explanation for it. I just implore you, please work your program. Stop believing in yourself. Align yourself with your higher power, whatever you choose to call you, whatever your version of faith looks like. But adopt it, live it, believe it, look for miracles, look for signs and synchronicities. Guys, all this beauty in my life comes from me being faithful to God and then working a recovery program, making my purpose. I'm taking good actions. I'm doing good things, and my life just constantly shocks me in ways. And I can say that, like, guys, every muscle in my body is screaming right now. I'm in so much pain. I'm so sore. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so just filled with hope and opportunities and love for my life, and knowing, like, this is just the start of something absolutely beautiful. And Like literally, guys, I have a new vision for my life, and it's good. Like it's good. It's also the title of the reading today, guys. We're gonna get into it. This one's about character defects and why some of us think we want to hold on to them. Don't do it, guys. Like I know it's tough to, the fear of the unknown, and just guys, face it. It gets so much better when you do the work. I promise you, it does. It's shockingly good. So anyway, a new vision. Do we really want to be rid of our resentments, our anger, our fear? Well, why do we call them shortcomings? Perhaps they should be called long-goings, because that's often what it takes for them to fade from our lives. Some of us feel that our shortcomings are the very characteristics that saved our lives when we used. Well, if this is true, then it is little wonder why we sometimes cling to them like old dear friends. If we're having trouble with resentment, anger, or fear, we may want to envision what our lives could be like without these dangerous defects. Guys, I couldn't even envision my life being this good. Asking ourselves why we react in a certain manner can sometimes root out the fear at the core of our conduct. Why am I afraid to step beyond these aspects of my personality? We ask ourselves, am I afraid of who I will be without these attributes? Don't be. Once we have uncovered our fear, we are able to move beyond it. Very important. We try to imagine what our lives could be like without some of our more glaring shortcomings. This gives us a feeling for what lies past our fear, providing the motivation we need to push through it. Our higher power offers us a new vision for our lives, free of our defects. That vision is the essence of our own best, brightest dreams for ourselves. We need not fear that vision, guys. Don't step into the unknown. I do it constantly. I look to improve, and again, not purpose. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm just on this track, and it's constantly showing me the beauty of what lies in my life. I get so many. My friend, anyway, the affirmation is just for today. I will imagine what my life would be like without my character defects. I will ask for the willingness to have God remove my shortcomings. And guys, I have, and He has. And again, not perfect. I still have a lot of work to do. I do work every day. I do these readings every day, and I learn something from them every day, and then I go out and act on that the next day. That is the beauty of it. That's what separates me from those that are stuck in a quagmire like I used to be. Guys, I'm telling you, it never ceases to amaze me. Like, I had a very busy day today. I was almost tempted when I realized that I had made my eye doctor's appointment for today in the middle of this job. I'm like, oh, but I'm like, no, you know what? Like, this is part of my recovery, so I will make the necessary adjustments. And again, I'm working for a police officer that knows my story, so I let her know. I said, Trish, I got to go to the eye doctor. It's part of getting my license back. She's like, do what you got to do. You got to tell me nothing. I've never seen anybody work like you. I go, I will be back. And while I was gone, the guy doing the framing and the carpentry of it happened to call, and I had taken the floors down to where we had agreed upon, but he wasn't able to get there yesterday to look at it. And he called me up and he's like, Pat, I hate to ask you this after you spent so much work doing what you're doing, but I need you to go down 2 more layers, actually 3 more layers, because it was a double layer of sticky tile and linoleum, then 5/8 plywood subfloor. And then you should go down another layer. I said, Steve, no problem. I'm like, what are you apologizing for? I'm like, no problem. He goes, well, the only problem is, he goes, I need this done today. I know you're at your eye doctor's. It doesn't matter, dude. I'll get it done. Like, I kind of expected as much, and it was almost not that big. The sticky tile and linoleum was such a pain in the ass, and it was glued down, and I'd been on this since probably the 60s. That shit was not coming up nice. The beauty of going down another layer of plywood, I was able to set my skill saw to the proper depth and just cut through all of it. And then cut it into big chunks and get a pry bar under it and lift it all up together. It's heavier, it's harder, but it's less frustrating work. And it took me to the end of the day. In order for them to come in tomorrow and set the floor, I had to get all that up, and then I had to get everything out of that kitchen. And it made some extra work, so I ended up being there for a full day. And again, Trish is like, you really do this all by yourself? I'm like, Trish, I don't mind working by myself. Yeah, it would have been nice to have a helper, and have my helper showed up. I wouldn't have. She was, yeah, how old are you? I'm like, well, I'll be 53 Sunday. And she like running up and down these stairs, carrying all that weight, doing you're a beast. And she meant that. Like, she was in awe of the work that I've done these last 2 days. And she actually called the other contractor. She's like, don't give him a hard time. You see how hard he's been working by himself? I'm like, Trish, it's okay. Steve and I work together all the time. Like, he's just letting me know what he needs. And if I can't do it, I'll let him know and we'll make proper arrangements. It's just, communication. And she was cool with that. But you know what? She was like literally like ready to defend me if she felt I was being picked on. I'm like, no, this is just work, honey. It's part of demolition. When you go in and you're tearing something apart, you don't know what's underneath until you start doing it. This is what we run into every job, and we pivot as necessary. It's part of being a good contractor. And today, I get to be a good contractor. I wasn't always, guys. Like, I wouldn't have been given this job 2 years ago. I wouldn't be able to handle the responsibility of it. I would have been ducking and dodging. And, I was at my eye doctor's today, and they dilated my eyes, and I was having a hard time seeing them. I was almost like, ooh, do I even want to drive back to the job? I'm like, well, I'll just take it slow, and I'll be careful and put sunglasses on and take the proper precautions. But in the past, especially being already sore and it's going to make it for a long day, perfect opportunity to oh, I can't do this. No, I know I could do it. And that's the experience I have for what I've been doing the last 16 months. Like, no, I got this, no problem. I know it's going to be a long day. That's okay. So I'm going to have a long day. I'm still home. I'm still home on time to produce my video at 7 o'clock, right in that area like I like to. Life is good. Now, further, I've got more work she's adding on to it for tomorrow, and then I get to come back next week and make thousands of dollars like this deck rebuild. It's a big deck. It's a big job. It's 10 feet in the air. It's going to be a difficult job, but it's all labor. And I let her. I said, just probably a couple grand here. She goes, yeah, but what's it going to cost if I have you rip the deck? Because again, she wants me to do all the work. I was going to, if I told her I couldn't save the deck, she was going to pay me to rebuild it. And that's another thing about honesty, guys. I could have made $10,000 rebuilding that deck, but I would have been lying. And I wouldn't lie. Like, no, the deck can be saved. The majority of it is fine. Some of the joists, A, they were never hung properly. B, they had big knots in the middle of them, and they just cracked because they should have been doubled, and they should have been hung. And over time, snow load, they've cracked. And like the rest of the deck is fine. Probably half the undercarriage is going to be sistered up. I'm going to double all of them. I'm going to joist hanger everything, and I'm going to replace the decking that needs to be replaced on the top. But I'm not going to rip. And this deck is probably 35, 40 feet long by 20 feet deep. Like, that's a big job, and she can't afford it. And I told him, like, if you want to wait till after the kitchen, no, she knows. I got money put aside for this. She goes, and she also knows, and I'm saying it was beautiful. She goes, no, she goes, I want to contribute to your house fund. She knows I'm going to make good money, but she also knows I'm going to treat her fair, and the job's going to be done right. And that's the thing at the end of the day, guys. I can go out, and I'm learning. First of all, I'm learning to charge more for my work because I'm still on the very low side, but I'm very comfortable. I'm very, very good living right now. More money than I ever dreamed I'd make. And I do work hard, and that's okay too. Like, I love working hard. I enjoy working hard. It makes me feel good about myself. But I also see the trust that I'm given. And again, like in my old days, I see other people do this daily. Oh, we got to do this, that, and the other to sell them this huge job so they know they got work for the next 2 months. No, because I don't act that way. I'm more going, well, when can I get in here and sneak this in, and how can I do this the most economical way for her and the most efficient way for me, because I don't have time to sit here because I've got other work to do. And that's the beauty of being honest, guy. You don't have to go in and screw somebody on one job. You make a fair wage on a bunch of jobs, and you stay busy every day. You build a reputation, you build a network, you build a clientele base that'll carry you forward for a long time. That's the result of practicing these principles in all of my affairs. That's why all of my affairs go swimmingly today. I was at the eye doctor today, again, shocked. My eyes have regenerated. My prescription has been cut in half. That is not normal, guys. But that's what happens in my life today. And it was a direct sign from my higher power, letting me know I'm still in alignment and miracles are still at play in my life, and they're still manifesting constantly. The best is yet to come because I keep getting better. So long as I keep getting better, my life's going to keep getting better. But all of this is a direct result of letting go of my character defects, and there were a lot of them. So much so that when I realized walking into rehab, because I did realize, I didn't know how, but I knew I was gonna, so I started asking the pertinent questions this time. I'm glad I did. And as overwhelming and embarrassing and painful as it was at the time, I was getting emotional. I was getting choked up. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I didn't know what life sober looked like. I didn't know how to be an adult. And come to find out, I'm learning at a very good pace, and it's a lot more fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I don't mean to glorify anything. Life is difficult. Life is always going to be difficult. But you can have the shitty, impossible, miserable life of an addict, or you can go out and work hard and succeed and push yourself and challenge yourself and learn and get better and get rewarded. And all of a sudden, guys, I used to have to worry about who was going to take care of what. I take care of myself today, and then I take care of other people today because I have that abundance. And that's something I talked about early on. Like, I'm going to fill my needs first because that's what I had to at that time, and I'm proud that I did. And I still do to this day. I put my needs first. But because I kept putting my needs first, I now have way more than than it takes to. I'm not in survival mode anymore, guys. I'm abundant today. And I'm not there yet. I'm not anywhere near where I want to be. But I'm so well on my way, and I'm way further along than I ever thought I'd be at this point or at any other point in my life. All the things that I've dreamed about, now I see, and I see more. Again, I talked about yesterday, I'm starting to see more the day before. They do so many videos, it's hard to keep up. We talked about the big picture the other day. I don't pretend to know all that, because that's what I rely on God for. I do my part, and God is certainly doing His part in my life. He's doing His part in your life, too. When you get aligned with it and start thanking Him for it and start acting like you appreciate it, He starts giving you a lot more. We will be given what we can handle. When you prove you can handle a lot more good things by taking good actions, you'll start getting a lot more good things in your life. I promise you, you will. I've seen it across the board. I've seen it in my life at a miraculous rate, and then I look and say, well, what's the difference? Well, you know what? I do a lot of things to be of service. I do a lot of things to be of service, and call it a coincidence if you want. It just seems like the next logical conclusion to me at this point. I don't say that in a cocky way or in a way that I think I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. Absolutely not. I'm not by a long shot. But I'm equal to anybody out there, and I'm doing good things. I'm taking good action day in and day out. And when I see myself slipping or falling short, I try to get better. I don't beat myself up and say it's not this fault, not my fault. I don't justify it. No, I said, okay, I'm not perfect. That's to be expected, but how can I make it better? How can I remember this so I can move, do a better job next time going forward? Guys, the results speak for themselves. Or the respect that I'm given, the way that I'm looked at, the way I get to look at myself, never mind others. Come me around, guys. We're communal animals. We work and live in a community, so it's nice to be respected in that community. But that can only happen because I respect myself, and that's what I work for at the end of the day, guys. When I have an opportunity to make a quick buck on somebody, I don't do it because I have to go home with myself and sit with myself and say, is that who I want to be? No. So if anything, I look at things from the other person's point of view. That's a powerful thing, guys. It's a great way to share perspective and start making yourself a better person. It's one thing I started doing very early on, and it was pretty eye-opening because I was very, very self-centered in my addiction, in my life for a long time in addiction. And the thing is, guys, by being so self-centered, at the end of the day, there was nothing else left in my life because all I paid attention was my needs, and as crooked and twisted they were, manipulating. And I didn't care who I did, what I did to who, and who I showed up for, and who I did. And it was just a matter of what was more convenient for me to get what I needed. And at the end of the day, I had no relationships. I had no self-respect. I had no sense of self-worth, no community around me, no support. Today I have all those things, and life is good. It gets overwhelming. Sometimes people ask a lot of me, and that's just a challenge for me to figure out my balance. Because I do that today, too. I have all this beautiful opportunity to make money and build this business, and I take it. But I also take time for myself. I spent all weekend out in nature meditating. I do my videos every night. I go to my gym. I go to church. I go to my AA meetings. I go to my NA meetings. I meet with my sponsor. I talk to him every night. I keep balance in my life today. And when I'm tired, I rest. Simple as that. Guys, life can be really good if you allow it to. When you challenge yourself to do better. But you've got to be willing to let go of your defects of character. You have to admit that they're there. And I admitted it early on, and I had a lot of them. So when I let them all go as fast as I could, it left a lot of empty space. that's the next part of it. Learn, and that's what I did. I learned to sit in that empty space and do good things so I'd feel better about myself, so I could sit in that empty space and not drive myself crazy. And then as I got okay and I got stabilized and I kept praying and meditating and getting good ideas, what the next logical step was, I go out and I work towards it. And I don't do it by stepping on anybody else's toes. I don't do, I just do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and that's the most rewarding thing I've ever done. It's one of the most amazing statements I've ever been able to say with complete honesty today. And it makes all the difference, guys. Let go of your character defects. We can't do it alone. Ask God to help you with it, but be willing to be honest about them and then to take better action when you identify them. Guys, that's the video for today. Thank you so much for being here with me. Always remember, God loves you. I love you. We'll see you in the next one.